Margaret Cho has decided to go on a tirade against JK Rowling and post it online, which is interesting. Of course, this is in the name of trans rights, and today we're going to react to it and respond. So, dear Margaret Cho.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.
Guys, before we get into today's video, please like and subscribe. Yesterday, we're reacting to actress and stand-up comedian Margaret Cho. Now, you may know her from a number of her different projects. I know her best from Drop Dead Diva, and you may know her from her stand-up comedy. I don't know, but Margaret's been around a little bit. I haven't seen any recent projects from her, but I know the face and I know the name. Now, she's decided to go on a little tirade, a little temper tantrum, and throw that at JK Rowling. Now, she tells JK Rowling to shut up, among other things, and today we're going to react to it, because I have a feeling this is going to be interesting.
Shut up, JK Rowling. Shut up. You're a joke. That's why your name is JK, because you are a joke.
Good one, Margaret. I bet somebody named JK Rowling has never heard that joke ever in their lives. That is a new one. You know what was new that nobody had ever heard in their lives? The Harry Potter series. She literally built an entire world and just dropped it out for everybody to read, and the world became obsessed with it and built worlds of it, and now they go and visit these fictitious worlds that she created in her mind. But you told JK Rowling that she's a joke. JK, get it? That's good.
Your anti-trans rhetoric makes me sick. You are despicable.
You're mad. My little sister used to do that when I was upset at her. She'd go, you're mad. And it makes you even angrier. Fun little trick there.
I hope that when you face menopause, you have to take a lot of gender-affirming care, as I do. And when you're taking these hormones, they make your pubes grow out so thick and hard. It's like steel wool. And if anybody goes down to eat it, they get a face full of scars. I hope they start calling you barbed wire. Shut up, JK Rowling.
This is very childlike. This is a temper tantrum. And this woman decided to film her temper tantrum and post it on the internet for all to see, which is an interesting choice, a choice that many are making these days. And I understand why. I mean, I get it. JK Rowling, of course, has said many things about the trans movement. She does not vibe with the trans movement, nor do I. And I could see why somebody like Margaret Cho would be upset about that. But to film something like this is very, very strange, and post it online, it's just a whole nother level. First of all, you're telling her to shut up, which, I don't know, best of luck to you with that endeavor and with that message. It's not a very helpful message, considering we should live in a pluralistic society with healthy debate on these subject matters. But I digress. She then goes on to make a really tacky joke, and then she says that she hopes that JK Rowling needs menopause care, and then she makes that synonymous with gender-affirming care, which we'll get into that argument in just a moment, and then she makes a very weird sort of sexual prescription for JK Rowling and what she hopes happens to her. This is weird, guys. I know we don't need anybody to say this is not normal, but this is not normal. Now let's get into the argument that she makes about JK Rowling and menopause. So she's basically telling women that if you are in menopause and you need things like hormone therapy to treat any of the symptoms of menopause to help you live more comfortably in life, you are receiving gender-affirming care. And I've heard many an argument like this on the political left, those part of the sort of pro-trans movement, and it's just simply not true. If you are receiving treatment for menopause or any other sort of sex-based condition, you are not receiving gender-affirming care. Gender-affirming care is when somebody's struggling with gender dysphoria, or somebody who identifies as trans, or anybody who's trying to transition over to another gender receives medical treatment that is conducive to that sort of goal. Okay, so that's gender-affirming care. Would Margaret Cho look at somebody, let's say a woman, who has struggled with breast cancer and maybe has gone through a double mastectomy and decides, I'm going to get implants for my breasts? Would you call that gender-affirming care for the woman who just struggled with breast cancer? Absolutely not. It is not gender-affirming care, for she is not a biological man attempting to become a woman, nor is she a woman attempting to become a man. So this is really just a baseless, low-level argument to throw at somebody who is against this current trans movement as a means of sort of bringing them down a peg or likening them to trans people. It doesn't work. But I get why this is coming from somebody like Margaret Cho. She personally identifies as, I believe, like queer or fluid to some extent. She's done a lot of work with different LGBTQ plus organizations. She's worked with the Human Rights Campaign. She's worked with GLAAD. Both of these organizations openly support the transitioning of children and the allowance of children to literally mutilate their bodies. She's also worked with the Matthew Shepard Foundation, which if you even look into the name Matthew Shepard, you're going to find the foundation's name is literally built on a lie. The very premise of this foundation is a lie that is pushed by several different LGBTQ plus organizations and allies in order to talk about the oppression that apparently LGBTQ plus people face. And while Margaret Cho is doing work with different LGBTQ plus organizations, JK Rowling is doing work of her own. She's opened up her own sexual violence crisis center for women so that they can come and actually receive resources after being victims of sexual violence. But yeah, she's despicable. JK Rowling is also actively fighting a free speech fight, not only in Scotland where she resides, but really she's an advocate for free speech all over the world now. Meanwhile, you, Margaret Cho, are telling her to shut up. But yeah, JK Rowling's despicable. And since the world is full of people like Margaret Cho who attack women for standing up for their rights, their spaces, their privacy, their comfort, JK Rowling launched the JK Rowling Women's Fund that actually funds the legal battles of women who are standing up for their sex-based rights. But yeah, she's despicable. The reality is JK Rowling is doing good work, in my opinion. And if Margaret Cho doesn't agree with that, hop online and have a healthy discussion. Maybe actually try to bridge the gap and see if you can come to some sort of a healthy conclusion on this topic. But I guess since she can't, she decides to just launch an attack on JK Rowling, a baseless attack, an attack that's not funny. It's not helpful. It's not fruitful to any sort of like conclusion on the matter or any sort of coexistence. It's just online slop. That's what it is at the end of the day. So good for you. And while she may get some fun headlines that say Margaret Cho attacks JK Rowling's transphobic beliefs, all she did was sort of shout into the void, throw a tantrum, and then post it online, which is what a lot of people could do. So while JK Rowling continues to do good work on these subjects, while she continues to post, I think, really well thought out critiques of the current modern movements that are pushing transgenderism and infringing upon the rights of women, you will be the person who told her to shut up and told her that JK means she's a joke. And guys, those are my thoughts on the Margaret Cho video going after JK Rowling. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, if you disagree with anything I said in this video, do get out but do so respectfully. I encourage healthy debate on this channel. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, click the notification bell to be notified every single time I post a video for you guys, which is every day. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.